San Francisco, California. Tanaka Martial Arts Academy. August 18, 1967. Thursday afternoon, 4:45 p.m. The air inside the dojo is thick with sweat and testosterone. 40 people, mostly men between 20 and 35 years old, fill the space as they watch the central mat. They came from different schools, different styles, different philosophies. Karate, judo, taekwondo, jiu-jitsu. All gathered for a special seminar. A seminar that was supposed to be about knowledge exchange, about learning from one another. But that is about to become something completely different. Bruce Lee is in the center of the mat. He is 26 years old, 5'7", tall, 135 pounds of defined muscle and tendons like steel cables. He is barefoot, wearing black kung fu pants and a simple white t-shirt. His hair is slightly messy, but his eyes are completely focused. He is not famous yet, not like he will be in 5 years. No movies, no international fame, just a growing reputation in the West Coast martial arts communities. A reputation that says he is fast, technically brilliant, and philosophically radical. That he challenges traditions, questions dogmas, mixes styles in ways that purists consider heresy. For 2 hours, Bruce has been demonstrating his concept, Jeet Kune Do, the way of the intercepting fist. He has talked about adapting like water, about being formless, about discarding what doesn't work and absorbing what is useful. He has shown straight punches, low kicks, interceptions, attacks while the opponent is still preparing the movement. Most people are fascinated, some are skeptical, but all are paying attention. All except one man. Victor Schultz, 6'1", tall, 210 pounds of solid muscle, third-degree black belt in judo, regional grappling champion, self-defense instructor for the Oakland Police Department. He is sitting at the back of the dojo, arms crossed, expression between boredom and disdain. At 32 years old, he has already seen many self-proclaimed masters, many martial artists who talk well but break when the fight goes to the ground. And for Victor, every fight eventually goes to the ground. That's where real men are tested. In the clinch, in the grapple, in close quarters where there's no room for pretty movie tricks. Bruce finishes a demonstration on distance control. He asks if there are any questions. Silence for 3 seconds. Then Victor slowly raises his hand, an ironic smile on his face. His voice cuts through the dojo's silence like a blade. I have a question, Bruce. Everything you've shown is very pretty, very fast, very impressive. But what if someone just grabs you? What if a bigger, stronger guy takes you into the clinch and presses you against the wall? What will all this movie kung fu do then? The tension in the dojo changes instantly. People turn to look at Victor, then at Bruce. Some of Bruce's students seem offended, ready to defend their instructor. But Bruce simply looks at Victor with a neutral expression, almost curious. That's a good question, Bruce says calmly. Do you practice grappling? Victor stands up slowly, his full size revealing itself. Judo for 15 years. I've faced men of all sizes, and it always ends the same way. On the ground, with them tapping or sleeping. No offense, but you look fragile. I bet I could lift you off the ground like a child. The dojo falls even quieter. This is no longer a technical question. It's a direct challenge, public, designed to humiliate. Bruce should be offended, should react with anger or defensiveness. But instead he simply nods. Then show me, come grab me, take me into the clinch. Let's see what happens. Victor laughs. It's not a nervous laugh. It's genuine, confident, almost compassionate, as if he's about to teach an important lesson to a stubborn child. Are you sure about this? I don't want to hurt you in front of your students. Bruce just gestures with his hand, inviting him to the mat. I'm sure. Come on. Victor walks to the center of the mat, removing his shoes along the way. He rolls his shoulders, warms up his neck. He's done this hundreds of times. Grab a smaller opponent, use weight and pressure, control the body, break the spirit. It's science, not art. Basic physics, mass times force. And he has a lot more mass than Bruce Lee. They stand face to face. The size difference is obvious, almost comical. Victor is 10 inches taller and 75 pounds heavier. His arms are as thick as Bruce's thighs. His hands could completely wrap around Bruce's waist. He looks down with that same ironic smile. Last chance to back out, friend. Bruce doesn't respond. He just breathes, eyes fixed on Victor, body relaxed but present. One of the older instructors offers to referee. When I say go, you start. If anyone taps 3 times on the ground or yells stop, it's over immediately. Understood? Both nod. The referee raises his hand. Hajime. Victor moves immediately. No hesitation, no testing. He advances with the confidence of a man who's done this 1,000 times, arms extended to grab, ready to close the distance and turn this into a demonstration of pure strength. He's going to seize Bruce by the torso, lift him, press him, show everyone in this dojo that size and strength still matter. That pretty kung fu doesn't work when you're being crushed against a wall. Bruce doesn't retreat. He doesn't try to maintain distance. Instead, he steps forward, closing the space between them before Victor even expects it. It's counterintuitive, the opposite of what any smaller person should do. But Bruce isn't thinking like a smaller person. He's thinking like water finding a gap. Victor's hands reach Bruce's torso. For a fraction of a second, Victor feels he's got it. He has the grip. He has control. He's already calculating the next move, already feeling the victory. But then something happens that his brain can't process immediately. Bruce's right hand, which was at his side, moves. Not a punch, not a theatrical strike. A small, precise, direct movement. Bruce's fingers, joined and firm like a blade, hit the left side of Victor's neck with surgical precision. It's not brutal force. It's anatomical knowledge. Bruce's fingers press exactly where the vagus nerve meets the carotid artery, where blood flow to the brain can be interrupted, where the nervous system can be overloaded. Victor feels an electric shock run through his body. It's not pain, not impact. It's something deeper. His knees buckle instantly. His hands, which were gripping Bruce so confidently, lose all strength. His fingers open involuntarily. He tries to stay balanced, but his body no longer obeys commands. His brain is screaming orders that his muscles can't execute. Bruce doesn't need to push. Victor simply collapses. First to his knees, then to his side, lying on the mat, eyes open but disoriented, breathing irregular, body temporarily shut down. He's not unconscious, but he's not in control either. He's somewhere in between, a neurological limbo where he's aware of his helplessness but unable to do anything about it. The clock on the wall marks 7 seconds since they started. 7 seconds. The time it takes to tie a shoe, to take a sip of water, to blink 10 times. The time it took for a third-degree judo black belt, a police instructor, a man 75 pounds heavier, to go from confident to incapacitated on the ground. The dojo is in absolute silence. No sound, not even audible breathing. 40 people frozen, trying to understand what they just witnessed. The math doesn't add up. The physics doesn't work. How did someone weighing 135 pounds neutralize someone weighing 210 pounds in 7 seconds, when the bigger man was in the middle of doing exactly what he does best? Bruce kneels beside Victor, checks his eyes, places a hand on his shoulder. Breathe slowly. It'll pass in a few seconds. You're okay. His voice is calm, without triumph, without malice, like a doctor reassuring a patient. Victor blinks, his vision starting to stabilize. Strength is gradually returning to his limbs. He can move his fingers, then his hands. His brain is reconnecting with his body. He looks at Bruce, and the expression on his face has undergone a complete transformation. No more ironic smile, no more disdain. There's something like fear, mixed with admiration, mixed with complete confusion. What? What did you do? Victor's voice is weak, hoarse. Bruce helps him sit up. You tried to use force against force. But no matter how strong you are, it doesn't matter if I don't meet your force. I meet your vulnerability. The human neck, no matter how big the man, has the same pressure points, the same nerves, the same weaknesses. You gave me an opening when you tried to grab me. I simply accepted the gift. Victor shakes his head, still processing. I've trained for 15 years, faced hundreds of opponents. No one has ever dropped me like that. Not in competition, not in training. Bruce extends his hand. Then now you've learned something new. It doesn't make you weaker. It makes you more complete. Victor takes Bruce's hand and lets him help him to his feet. He's unsteady for a few seconds, then fully regains his balance. He looks at Bruce with new eyes. Eyes that have seen something that contradicts everything he thought he knew about combat. I'm sorry. For the laugh, for the disrespect. I was wrong. Bruce nods once. You weren't wrong to question. You were just over-relying on what you already knew. We all do that. The dojo erupts in murmurs, people talking at once, trying to process, debating if they saw it right. Some of Bruce's students are smiling, but Bruce raises his hand asking for silence. This wasn't about proving superiority. This was about demonstrating principles. Size matters. Strength matters, but knowledge, precision, and timing can overcome both. Don't underestimate any opponent, and don't overestimate your own advantages. Victor remains in the center of the mat for another minute, still processing, still touching his neck where Bruce struck him. There's no mark, no visible injury, but there's memory. The memory of being completely in control, and then, in less time than it takes to finish a breath, being completely helpless. It's a lesson no book could teach, no lecture could convey, only direct experience. He bows to Bruce. A deep, genuine bow, coming from a place of newly found respect. Bruce returns the bow. Victor steps off the mat, gathers his things, and leaves the dojo without another word. He will return a week later, asking to become Bruce's student. He will train with him for 2 years, absorbing Jeet Kune Do concepts, integrating them with his judo, becoming a more complete, more adaptable fighter. But he will never forget those 7 seconds. The time it took for his confident laugh to turn into total silence. The time it took to learn that real combat isn't about who is bigger or stronger, but about who understands more deeply the weak points that all human bodies share. And that true mastery doesn't shout. It simply acts, precise and devastating, and then remains silent while the world tries to understand what it just witnessed.